Peace and greetings, people. This is ORRA, bringing you Passion Pursues Purpose. And yes, we are back. The show airs on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so you will be getting pre-recorded shows of some great personal development and also some spiritual development to help you on your journey of peace, of knowledge, of understanding the Most High a lot better, and understanding yourself a lot better, and being able to operate in this very chaotic world that we live in. But it's not impossible, because through all things that are possible lies the Most High. So let's get started. Okay, people, so welcome to Passion Pursues Purpose, your personal development and spiritual development podcast. I'm ORRA, also known as ORRA the Informationalist from the Network of Awareness. Passion Pursues Purpose was created for the purpose of interviewing people that are pursuing their passions or having a passion to pursue their purpose and are steadily evolving, as well as small business owners, entrepreneurs, people from all different walks of life, people who have long, vast careers in a particular industry, whether it be a writer, whether it be an artist, whether it be an engineer or a mathematician even that we've had on the show. People that are pursuing something far greater that's beyond them with the gifts and abilities they've been given. As well as myself giving my perceptions, also giving some knowledge that I've studied in the personal development industry on how we can become better at living in this body, right? Because it's not an easy thing to do. So with that being said, today's episode is enthusiasm, and that is the title of the show. And we're going to talk about enthusiasm. Now, there's a quote that you see here on the artwork, and it says that more great men and women are more perfectly rounded in their personalities, but are instead people whose one driving enthusiasm is so great it makes their faults seem insignificant. And I pause there because, you know, that's a very powerful statement by Charles A. Cerami. So that's the artwork that you're seeing there for today's show for enthusiasm. So I'm going to give a quick presentation on this, and I hope that this episode will give you some great substance. Now, when it comes to enthusiasm, I can tell you for myself, there's a lot of people who tell me that I'm very enthusiastic. But if they thought that I'm enthusiastic now, you should have seen me when I was in my early teen. I mean, you want to talk about enthusiasm? Whew. I didn't have no regular enthusiasm in regards to just being a child that is enthusiastic naturally. That's what I'm talking about. I had it on another level, on turbo. But the reason why I tell you this is because that's probably when I was my happiest go luckiest, when I was somewhat naive to the world that I lived in. But that didn't discount from my enthusiasm, because my enthusiasm helped me to be able to get a lot of things accomplished. And I think it's very important that we stay enthusiastic every day in our lives so that we can accomplish things and get things done for ourselves and others. So if you're struggling with this, definitely I hope this message is going to hit you the most, because it's very important that we all become more enthusiastic, even if we are enthusiastic people. You follow me, brothers and sisters? Because if not, who in the hell else is going to be enthusiastic for us if the enthusiasm is not coming from our aura, from our spirit? It's not emanating from us. And to be enthusiastic every day is very easy, believe it or not. It's getting up with the invigoration of getting things done, and also having that. I personally believe once you know you are a child of the Most High, that the Most High has been putting things in a certain order for you, and you know that the Most High exists, you should feel very enthusiastic about this life that you're living, and more importantly, the life that you're living now to the life that you will be living once you leave this body. Enthusiasm, very powerful. Enthusiasm is another one of my superpowers. It's another superpower I like to discuss. Enthusiasm is the key to unlocking a plethora of different things in your life that can benefit you based upon the attitude in which you approach it, where it's an attitude of excitement. It's a behavior that is constantly uplifting, and the perception of how you see things are all seen in a great manner. That enthusiasm to want to get things done can take you a long way. Let's read a couple of other quotes, and we'll see some other perceptions of people's enthusiasm that have decided to discuss it or to put it into their books and have them as quotes. Sometimes I like to read the longer ones, just because it's saying a lot more, but I will read a couple of one sentence quotes here. So give me a second, people. So, when it comes to enthusiasm has to be channeled as well. Enthusiasm definitely has to be channeled. It has to really dig deep into the core of who you are spiritually. And it has to become habit, just like anything, just like brushing our teeth, tying our shoes, buttoning up our shirts. It has to become that second nature practice. And once it becomes a second nature practice, that's when people start to notice it in you a lot, because they start to notice that your enthusiasm levels don't ever seem to go down. They seem to either stay at a steady pace and at moments seem to be at a higher pace where you're a little bit more extra with it, to speak it in layman terms. So it says, many of the most successful men I have known have never grown up. They have retained bubbling over boyishness. They have relished wit. They have indulged in humor. They have not allowed dignity to depress them into morose senses or moroseness. Ooh, that's a powerful statement there. It says they have not allowed dignity to depress them into moroseness. Youthfulness of spirit is the twin brother of optimism, and optimism is the stuff of which American business success is fashioned. Resist growing up. And that was by BC Forbes. That's a pretty powerful statement, because even though we have to do away with childish things, it is the very childlike spirit in us that first, when we've awakened to this reality of life as children, aspiring to be something great. Every child aspires to be something more than the experience that they're having, because the imagination is very powerful at those tender ages, especially up to age 7. So I understand what he's saying, but even though we have to do away with childish things, we still are utilizing the very young spirit that once was invigorated with life. See, that depression of moroseness, that's what a lot of what we talk about here on Passion Pursues Purpose, because you don't want to get stuck in that rat race of status quo mentality, right? You want to evolve. And if you have to utilize the certain worldly world of things to get to where you need to be, then that's fine, but still be aware and prepared, right? As we always talk about on the network of awareness. But when it comes to pursuing that which you are passionate about, you find that great purpose, people. And enthusiasm is definitely something that if you practice it while you're on that passion, or when your passion invigorates to pursue that purpose and you're on that people, becomes a lot easier with enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is definitely superpower if utilized properly. Now, it also has another one here by F.L. Lucas. It says, this indeed is one of the external paradoxes of both life and literature, that without passion, little gets done. Yet, without control of that passion, its effects are largely ill or no. Wow, that's powerful. I'll say that one again. This indeed is one of the external paradoxes of both life and literature, that without passion, little gets done. Yet, without control of that passion, its effects are largely ill or no. Ain't that the truth? Enthusiasm, people. If you aren't fired with enthusiasm, you will be fired with enthusiasm. That was a quote from the old football coach Vince Lombardi. Here's a quote from Pete Rose. It says, when his enthusiasm goes, he's through as a player. Pete Rose broke records too. So that's pretty much probably why he was done too. All right. It says, only great passions can elevate the soul to great things. So isn't that true? That's by Dennis Diderot. Nothing great in the world has been accomplished without passion. Isn't that the truth? The world belongs to the energetic. Ralph Waldo Emerson. This dude had a lot of quote, but that is so true. The world belongs to the energetic, because the world is energy, people. So why not have your energy vibrating at a high frequency? How do you do that? Enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is the key. Enthusiasm keeps you at a high frequency. Enthusiasm is another superpower. Enthusiasm can get you to get a lot of things done. And enthusiasm can make a lot of those things that are getting done fun, enjoyable. So much so that for me, being as enthusiastic as I am about certain things when it comes to life, I notice that time flies. Time just goes by so quickly. And I'm sometimes baffled by it. I'm like, I'm a little flabbergasted. But at the end of the day, I have to give my praise to the Most High for having an ability that has been somewhat nurtured subliminally to now start coming out consciously in the forefront and being able to recognize, being the observer of the action of enthusiasm. So brothers and sisters, I hope that this episode is giving you great substance in understanding enthusiasm. Be enthusiastic and pursue that which serves purpose, and have great passion in doing it, because passion and enthusiasm are the same thing, brothers and sisters.